Hello everybody, here we are. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing great and good morning to all of you. Finally here we are and we'll be working on our project and we'll be doing something interesting today, and at the end of the day we have to build the infinite page on canvas board. That is the main goal of today's live. But even before that, uh, what is this now? I know what's happening. So yeah, but even before that, I would like to even make my written code better with the help of AI. So this is the plan. So the code that is already written, first of all, I have to make that better. And once I worked on that, I will be knowing the things how I can actually build the infinite page, and I'll be understanding the reason behind that, exactly how the things work and all. So this is the plan for now at least, and I think things should be fine. Let me open it on this one. Am I audible or not? I can check it later. Let's keep it here. Oh, guess what? Control Shift T. Yeah. And then I have to go where? Here. Network speed. Yay. I hope I'm audible. I haven't even checked myself yet. I'm gonna be checking very soon. Just a minute. And if you are actually wondering whether does this person know how to build the infinite base, so the answer is no. I do not know yet. Either yesterday I have been through many websites, but the overall things were crazy. So today I will be taking the help of AI actually to build that. Then I'll be understanding the reason behind that. Mainly I'm not worried about taking the help of AI because I know nothing about, first of all, infinite page. Second thing, I have to rebuild this project. Okay. So when it comes to rebuilding this project, at that time I can work on the things from my own side. But for now, I think I should take the help of AI now and get this particular thing implemented. First of all, let's open a folder, go to projects, here, extra code. That should be code 22, raw app, open with VS Code. And finally, here we are. What is the next thing that I have to do? Let me zoom it a little bit like this. Okay, so the next thing is that simple. Run this project first of all, and I will be giving the whole my code to the AI, and I will be asking for the improvements, like where can I improve this code, pnpm run dev. Like, but first of all, let's start running it. Meanwhile, I even wanna check what is the problem. It's simply saying that few modules they did not. Draw app. I have changed the folder structure. That is right. So it's simply telling me that it cannot find that. So what can I do? If it's saying that it cannot find the folder structure and all, I faced this problem earlier too, and I want to solve it now. Turbo deleted, node modules deleted. I think I'll have to just install everything. The main reason is that I changed the parent folder. I just added one more folder because of that thing. It is merely unable to find the right path. That is alright, not a big problem. Having said that, this live is going to be 3 hours long, and I'll be continuously working on this one. At least 3 hours I can give daily to this project because I have to make a big one. Like if I'm working on this, so I have to add all the features and all. So let's see. Even this is not the primary project. The primary project will be made once this project I'm done with. But never mind. Why is this taking time? It should not, but I think packages are being deleted, so it's obvious. Package.json's name is this. Any problem here? No problem as such. Lock. Well, this is insane. Things are actually taking lots of time. Workspace email, read email. Maybe it's because of this. Let's do one thing. Open. Let's go to projects. This. This is this, and let's delete it manually. I think it's gonna be a big one. That's open. That is why I need to try again. Let's close this now. Yes. What the hell? Okay, that's deleted. Turbo package. The remaining things should be fine. Let's do one thing first of all. Close this another terminal that's open, and the next thing that I'll be doing, simply installing all the packages and all, and then running this project. Mainly in Turbo repo, Excalidraw frontend XCSF. This is the package lock. Oh my god, lovely! It's just like CI/CD pipeline. Like you have to run these many things. But never mind, let's close this stuff from here. The next thing that I'll be doing, that would be pretty simple. npm install. Even I have to build after that. Gonna take a bit time, but that's okay. I hope I'm audible right now. Let me check. Close this. Yeah, I am audible. Wow, what a good thing. Anyway, I hope it's gonna be downloaded soon. That does not supposed to be possible quite soon, but never mind. So this thing we are working on, apart from this particular thing, I will actually be taking the help of AI and all. And first of all, let's open Comet. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask for suggestions on my existing code base, not on the one that I have to work on, rather the existing ones, right? And that is going to be draw, canvas painter, the painter that I already have. Control A, C, tell me what I can improve here. Something like that. Critical bugs. There are bugs for sure, I know. Though it seems to be functioning well, but bugs are bound to be there. Okay, it's downloading, so let it download and let's go with this first bug. Let's go through it together. Several bugs prevent proper functionality. The zoom system doesn't apply transforms correctly, zoom in out, manipulates context state without resetting it. Manipulates context state without setting it, causing cumulative errors across renders. Fix by applying viewport transform in render shape. So ultimately it's saying that you have to apply viewport transport. What will this do? This .ctx .translate this .viewport .origin x, this .viewport origin y. Is simply saying that if origin x and origin y change at that time, your whole page will be translated, and it will be scaled as well as per the scale. And this is what I'm doing. So ultimately viewport transform background render shapes, and then this is a transform. Let's see what I'm doing over there. So first thing, and even I have scale x, scale y, x, y, origin x, origin y. These origin x and origin y are only used there, and x and y are doing what? I don't think I need x and y here, but never mind, let me check. So first of all, I have my constructor, then I have set tool, then I have get shape. Let's say I mainly have to go to render shape over here, and over here what I'm doing, wow, I think that's the render shape section. Render shape. While rendering the shape, I need to do this. So far what have I been doing? I've been doing just this thing. Like I've been just using altogether a different I can say a rectangle in order to hide the things, but what it is suggesting me that apply viewport transform, so that the viewport is transformed. And what I'm doing for this, I'm simply scaling it, translating it and then scaling it. Okay, then the background color is something that I'm setting. Let's even check that particular thing. I can do one thing, let's keep it on the right, keep the code on the left, so that I can go with the things at the same time. Okay, so this is the thing that's happening over here. You may not be able to see the stuff clearly, but that's okay. This code is the important one. Clear rectangle, I'm clearing the rectangle. Save the original state. What does this mean? Oh, hello Zohab, good morning. Just started right now. How are you? And at the end of the day, I have to clear the rectangle. I have to do this. Okay. Shape creation in pointer up handler ignores zoom. Shape creation. That is right. Whenever the shape is created, I am ignoring the zoom. Use get position with the inverse scale, dragging legs bounds, checking along the shape to move off canvas. Performance issues. I'm doing great. Glad to know that. Keep it up. Render shape. It clears and redraws everything on every pointer move, causing lag during drawing. Performance issue. Render shape clears and redraws everything on every pointer move, causing lag during drawing. Implement double buffering or dirty rectangles. What? Never mind. Something interesting. Pointer move, if not this return, this dot needs a redraw true whenever pointer moves. Private render loop, this dot needs a redraw, this dot render shape, and that's gonna be equals to false. Request animation frame, this dot render loop. What's that? Build a real-time.
Now I use Whisper.
Code with Antonio. So ultimately build a real-time Miro clone with the Next.js React Kelvin. Great stuff. I haven't even subscribed to his channel yet, so I'm subscribing. These are the, by the way, good ones. Thank you. I have subscribed his channel on my laptop, of course. So let's continue. Thank you for the link, by the way, for the channels, recommending that. So this thing is that pencil stroke rebuild entire paths repeatedly. Cache rendered paths are as image data for instant redraws. Architecture improvements. Extract rendering concerns. Move shape drawing to shape renderer. Class current class violates single responsibility, handles input networking, rendering, zooming. The thing with this tutorial is that he uses heavy third-party library to build a wow. Great job. Add shape IDs, missing ID generation in point handler. For pencil, use crypto.random UID for generating that. But the thing is that I am generating it on backend side itself. It would be great to generate it on the front end side, push the things to the existing shapes, and then at the end push it to the database. In this way, I will not have to make lots of DB calls. That's also right. But what you are doing is building everything from scratch. You just canvas for backend and live blocks for live collaboration. Okay. So just wanted to build it from scratch as well, though I know I'm having to take the help of AI and all to understand the things, but that's fine. Type safety. Shape type lacks a required ID string. Type safety. Shape type lacks required ID string. Yeah. Add validation. Use Zod for socket messaging. Memory leaks. Cleanup. Event listeners use arrow functions as class properties, but destroy doesn't clean event listeners use arrow functions as class properties, but destroy doesn't clean socket dot on message. Store handlers. So socket dot message handler is here. Get socket dot message. It's simply saying that you are not cleaning that, so I need to clean that too. That's great. Resize observer missing canvas won't adopt the window resize specific tools. Text tool hard coded font size no color from Shahed. Single line truncation issues extracted to dedicate handler. This is thing Harkirat course that he tries to build everything from scratch. This is called core engineering, which is great for learning. That is right. I agree with that. Select tool, no resize handlers, no multi-selected hit testing fails for thin lines. Add bounding box rendering for select. Hit testing does fail for thin lines. Add bounding box rendering for selected shapes. Pencil, no pressure sensitivity, no stroke smoothing. It's simply telling me you have not implemented all this stuff. Implement Rammer Douglas Peck Puker algorithm for cleaner paths. Okay. Production enhancements, debounce the socket emits 300 milliseconds. Undo redo stack using shape snapshots. Undo redo not applied yet. Yeah. Layer management with Z index ordering. Export import SVG PNG. Mobile touch support for gesture and recognition. Rate limiting on socket messages per user. Every video I found on his channel, he almost never uses third-party library. I don't watch those many videos actually. I watch them, but yeah, the thing that you are saying, that is right. Refactor composition and builds everything in house. Right. Refactor into composition, canvas, input handler, shape, renderer, network sync. This cuts complexity by 60%. Enables unit test. This means this application works well, but this is not production ready yet. What can I do? Let's start doing the things from the top. Okay, first one is that several bugs prevent proper functionality. I will say one more thing. Guide me with the things step by step. I'm not worried about taking the help of AI because I have to rebuild it. I'm doing it for the first, and so far things have been easy, but making an infinite page on the canvas, and even before that I'm just correcting the things. Zoom transform critical bug. Zoom breaks because transforms aren't reset between renders, but it does not break in my case actually. It works well. PNPM build. Let's build the project first of all. Okay, quite fast. Not quite fast actually, but quite fast. Two of them are remaining. I hope it's not gonna take lots of time. Running TypeScript. One more is remaining now, and 10 successful. Ultimately build succeeded. Now we have to say whether actually transform fails or not. It's saying that transform fails, but when I checked it, that did not fail. And even I got the idea from Web3 school or something, if I'm not wrong, like W3 school. Okay, finishing writing to cache. Okay, it's writing everything to cache so that whenever I build the next time, if I haven't changed anything in the code, the cache data is going to be used rather than building it again. PNPM run dev, it's gonna take even some time to just compile the things and all, and once they are compiled, it should start running well as expected. Excalidraw ready quite fast. Let's open it up. Localhost 3000. Okay, time to sign up. New name, that's gonna be so heavier. Bro, try one dark pro theme. Dark pro theme. Oh, great stuff. But there is the thing, like I'm in the habit of using this theme, so now it doesn't matter whether it is so good or it is so bad. I'm in the habit, so it's okay. Even I spent so much time getting in the habit of this, so it will be hard for me moving from this, but I will definitely try that later. Okay, so ultimately here we are, and let's write the name. So have install it on VS Code. I will do that. That's the right name. Password sign up. Error signing up, database is not on yet. Got it. So let's turn the database on. Docker process. There's no process running right now. Why does the process start now? Stop nowadays. Don't know. Docker is start. Docker db. Docker ps exit. Right now the database is running. Once the database is running, I should be able to get the things right. So time to write the name again. So have, the password is going to be this. Sign in. Come on, sign. I need to sign up first. So I have to work a lot my front end, that is for sure. But let's work on the functionality part. The next time when I'll be rebuilding, at that time I'll try to make it look good. So have and password sign in. Go to the room. Create the room. So have room created. Either I can copy the ID or I can join the room, or I can just simply join the room. Both of them should work. 94. In the room now. What to do now? I really wanna check that whether that thing works well or not. So this thing I run. This thing, come on, too long, too bad. Oh, are you learning system design as well? Unfortunately not. Not possible. Can't really cover many things at once, but it's not like I'm never gonna learn them. System design. Okay, ultimately this is happening. Duplicate. This is also happening. Delete. I'm able to. Okay. I think this was drawn first. That is why it's happening. That's right. If I actually move it at the top, I should be able to. Well, this thing does not make sense because that was drawn at the end. That was right actually. If I actually make this, and if I make an ellipse on top of that, I should be able to select the ellipse. That is right. Okay. What next can I do? The thing is that I wanted to check whether it does the job properly or not. Something like this. Let's increase it. Okay, till 400 or something, and then if I zoom in, well, this is okay, and it is okay because I'm using another like rectangle behind it, and that is just removing the things. But I can even make it better as per perplexity. So let's work on that. So what it's saying me that fix a zoom transform critical bug. Wow, critical bug, but I don't get that. Zoom breaks because transforms aren't reset between renders. The thing is that zoom breaks, but I'm using another rectangle to hide that, so it gets hidden. Replace your render shape method completely. Is my method that bad? This dot clear rectangle 0 0. Okay, that's great. And save context state before transforms. This dot ctx dot save. Really, we can do it. Didn't know that. So it's saying that first of all, clear the canvas. We are already clearing the canvas over here, so we don't need to worry about that. So clear the canvas. We are doing that. What is the next step? Next step is saying that save the context state before transform. So there is something called save. Canvas context save. What does this do? I have no idea. So first of all, I'll be going through it and reading about it. Okay, fill rect green. I have drawn a rectangle. Then ctx.save. What does this do? Canvas save method. Save the state of the drawing context, font, styles, transformations. Draw something different, then restore the state. Continue drawing. What does this mean? The save method saves the state of the drawing context with all its attributes. It saves the current state. Clipping, transform, direction, fill, stat, font, global alpha, global composition, operation, image, smoothing, enabled, line cap, line dash offset, line join, line width, meter element, blah blah blah. Okay. Context dot save, none. Canvas element is well, I'm still. It saves. Then what happens? Okay, I got that it saves. But try it yourself. Yeah, something will be great. Reload, run it. It saves it, then I can restore it over here. Interesting. If I save it again, it will not work. That will be red. I can restore the value. That means the value that I am saving, they can be restored. Interesting. Let's take the help of AI to learn about it more too. What is that? I have a question. If a client comes to you and saying that he wants an Excalidraw clone, what would you do? Use third party lib or build everything from scratch? At that time, third party would be great option right now, if I don't know that well, because building from scratch will take time. It takes time. Like right now it is taking time, and if a client comes, he wants the result quick. So when it comes to giving the results, oh yeah, go with the library. When it comes to learning, learn from scratch. Tell me the use of save in canvas context. The save method in HTML canvas 2D rendering context okay, preserves the current drawing state by pushing a copy of it into a stack. Wow. What it saves? This state includes key properties like transformation, matrix for scaling, rotating, translating, clipping, pass, fill style, stroke style, global alpha, line width, font shadow properties, line cap, joins, and text alignment baseline. It does not save the current path or pixel data. It does not save the current path or the pixel data on the canvas itself, which remain persistent until explicitly cleared. Common uses. Developers, obviously it is always third party lib, because what you build it not as good as those third party lib that are optimized. So that is right. Optimization bugs, they take time to just be fixed. So using third party library is a good option when you are actually working out there, because you need solid results. You don't want to test. Developers call save before applying temporary changes, a rotation or color shift from one shape, then pair it with restore. What the hell? Developers call save before applying temporary changes, a rotation or a color shift for one shape, then pair it with restore to revert exactly to the saved state without manually reversal. This is ideal for nested drawing operations in animations or complex scenes like your Excalidraw clone projects, avoiding cumulative errors from repeated transformers. Wow, it's like save the properties, add new ones, and then restore the previous properties. So just doing that. Context is saved. It simply saves the values that have been saved default, like before that. Then what I'm saying, I'm just simply adding some temporary transform, like red color that I'm adding over here, and the rotation that I'm adding over here, that is just temporary. And after that, I'm actually drawing the rectangle. Once the rectangle is drawn, then in the next one, I'm actually restoring the value. Restore means it simply restores the previous value. Restores, it will then remove all these properties that I have added over here. Rather, it will restore the previous one that I was using. Amazing. At least this way, things I'm learning them. Okay, so ultimately what I'm doing, I'm saving them over here. Why am I saving them? So that I can restore it back. Great. So what is the next thing that I'm doing? Apply viewport transform pan plus zoom, and this .ctx translate origin x and origin y. Even before that, I wanna check that over there when I'm changing origin x. First of all, let me collapse all these things. This Alright everybody, I'll actually have to go for a while. I have to assemble the gas cylinder. I'm being called for that particular reason. I'll be back within 2 minutes or something. Until then, yeah, keep it up. I'm gonna be playing the music in the background. If you in case wanna listen to the music, I'll be back soon. Hello, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, isn't Perplexity an AI in search engine? Yeah, it is actually. Perplexity, just like ChatGPT, Gemini, but of course that's the same. So ultimately I'm saving it there, that's great. But before that I wanted to check this thing, like whenever I'm zooming in and zooming out, at that time I'm sending x and y. X and y are mainly and once I've got x and y, what am I setting over here? I'm setting origin x and origin y. So I have those two properties. Okay. From here I'm getting x and y positions. That's great. Once I got the position, I'm calculating the delta percentage all and zoom percentage all. Once I got this, set this dot says zoom percentage. So first of all I'm calling this and this. Sounds okay. Can I actually use x and y? Turns out I can't. Or maybe I can remove directly x and y from there. Why am I even using them for? I mean, what am I using them for? Let's go to the top, and if I actually x and y, they will keep okay, let's delete this particular part from here. I know I will get the errors now. That was something bound to happen. And what am I using over here? Do I have am I using origin X or I'm using origin Y? Anywhere where I can actually see the stuff. Well, I cannot really. That is bad. Origin X, origin Y. Let's go with X and Y. And in order to do that, now I have to say X. What is X? X is something that I'm getting from there. Yes. Well, I'm not getting any either, and I hope it's gonna work fine too. So ultimately, X and Y, they were not playing any role over there. Not sure, but wanna check this thing out well. Reload the page, and let's just simply delete it. Deletion works well. How about just drawing this stuff and all? Reload the page. Hi, today I am going to do something. Well, it works. So ultimately, yeah, they were not being used, so they do not need to be here there as well. Something like this. What can I do next? So I have removed them from there. What is the next thing there? First of all, you have to save it. Okay, I have to save that. So let's go there, go to the top, and I know the reason. The thing is that if you are doing anything, if you know the reason, that's great stuff. So I'm even getting the size of it. Why am I getting the size for this particular stuff? So why they are not together? I don't know. Maybe they let's even comment this, because it's suggesting me that I should not use this particular path, though it works. It seems like your Excalidraw project is almost done. What is missing? Infinite page, and then making it exactly like Excalidraw. I want to make it exactly like Excalidraw, but I want to implement infinite page functionality where I can move anywhere and just draw anything as much as I can. But the thing is that for that I'm having to take the help of AI. I have no idea. Yesterday I searched a lot, but I didn't find any way. So with the help of AI, I will be building it, and then I'll be understanding the things. Then I'll be rebuilding it. It's like that. But even before that, I'm just trying to optimize it better. So this dot ctx dot save. Ultimately, I'm saving the context. Save the context. As simple as that. Once this thing is done, what it's asking me to do? It's asking me to apply viewport and transform pen. Okay, I'm going with the AI's way. Let's see, because this method was working well, and the reason it was working well because I was actually creating a rectangle and I was hiding all the previous extra mismatch with the design with that particular rectangle. But it's suggesting me that that's something kind of broken thing, so do not do that, do something else, and that's what I'm doing. So what it's asking me to do, first of all, I have to apply viewport transform pen plus zoom. Didn't Harkirat teach that in the cohort making the infinite page? Nope. He taught two things, like how you can draw a circle, how you can draw a rectangle. Remaining things are up to you. Now you work on yourself. So yeah. This apply viewport transform plus zoom, this dot ctx translate this dot viewport dot origin x origin y. That's what I'm using. Let's do it. Of course, I'm translating this thing. I know these properties. It's not like I don't know. Translate, simply translate it, and obviously you know them as well. Just like CSS, the job translate does in CSS, the same job translate does over here. So this dot viewport dot origin x, first of all the x coordinates, and then this dot viewport dot origin y is coordinates. Once this thing is done, then I have to scale it. And what is the scale right now? By the way, I'm also changing that whenever I'm zooming in or zooming out. So this dot ctx dot scale, it's simply gonna be scaling it. The x is going to be this dot viewport dot scale, x scale, and y scale is even gonna be the same, viewport dot scale. Okay, interesting. Wow, sorry. Let's go few steps back, because the thing I'm doing, I'm not even sure whether I will succeed or not. This is something I'm not sure of. Though even if I'm taking the help of AI, when you build an infinite page, so many errors are gonna happen at the same time. That is bound. That is something bound to happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to what commit it right now, so that I can just roll back later. So first of all, even let me make sure whether it's working well or not. And if it's working well, I will be committing it right here. And once this is committed, then I'll try to add that functionality. Let's say reload the page. Okay, I think I should reload and work fine. I'm not damn sure about it, but definitely. So after making infinite page, are you gonna rebuild it from scratch? That is right, just like Excalidraw that you were suggesting. Like, I have to make it exactly like Excalidraw, I have to add those functionalities. I will, or improve the current project. No, I will make it exactly like Excalidraw, because I have to make backend better. I have so many ideas for the backend. Like, they are good, but I can add controllers, I can add middlewares, I can add routes. So ultimately backend can be redesigned in the best way possible. Frontend can also be better. So I will be rebuilding it, and while rebuilding it, ultimately I'll learn it better. But redesign will not take lots of time, because I will already have done the things. So it will take less time, because right now I'm just having to figure the things out. Over there I will not have to, because I would already know it. So I will be redesigning very soon. Once this is infinite page gets done, that's it. I don't need to get anything done after that. This is the most important thing. Okay, this is working. I'm not sure about this infinite page functionality. So git status. Okay, git add everything. Okay, everything's functional right now. This is the name. Git push. Why am I even pushing it? But never mind, that's been pushed. Let's go ahead. No, I mean, after this infinite feature is done, will you start from scratch again or redesign the current project? I will start from scratch. That will not take lots of time. I'm sure about that. But yeah, I will start this from scratch. Okay, let's continue from here on. So what I'm doing over here, first of all, I'm translating it, and then let's see how these properties work actually. And after that, I'm getting the size, filling the rectangle, draw infinite black background, like this thing over here. So I'm actually using that thing, but just the sequence is being changed right now. That is okay, I will understand the reasoning behind it. But first of all, let's go with the way. Apply viewport, transform, pan plus zoom. So when I pan, so ultimately it translates to that particular origin, and then it scales itself. Did you learn WebRTC? Oh, WebRTC. Does that mean WebSocket? If that means WebSocket, I have even used that. If that does not mean, WebRTC, Web Real-Time Communication, is an open source project set of browsers, APIs, and enable direct real-time audio. Oh, sorry, no, I haven't. I know WebSocket. WebRTC, that's interesting. An open source project and set of browser APIs that enable direct real-time audio, video, and data exchange between web browsers and apps. So lovely. Unfortunately, I haven't explored it yet. I had some plans of making some applications, but never got the chance, or I can say I haven't been that qualified, so I never dared to explore this. But now, yeah, I can say that can be the time to explore it now properly. But again, once this project is done, even I'm learning about Next.js properly, so that I can actually make it better. So things are gonna take a little time, but they are gonna be happening quite quick. At least today I'm gonna be here all the day. I'll be getting the things done. Hercules taught his cohort, I guess. Then I haven't learned that yet. If he actually taught, yeah, I think he did, but I haven't gone through that yet. So what can I do? Over here, let's comment it and comment it. This thing is good. What is the next step that I have to do? Once I have commented this, and what exactly am I doing over here? Size is equal to window inner height minus window inner width. Size is plus. Size is equal to window inner height plus window inner width. And then in order to get the width and height of that window inner height plus window inner width divided by the scale that you have, you will get the width as well as the height. It is just an overall formula. That's great. Okay, then this thing is a draw infinite black background. This thing is done, black background. Even I am getting this particular draw all shapes. Over here I am drawing all shapes. So this is called drawing infinite. Draw infinite black. This is going to be just background, so that when I zoom out, those shapes do not appear. And the next thing is that draw all shapes. Ultimately over here, draw all shapes. This particular thing is done. And when I'm drawing all shapes, so what I'm doing, first of all, I'm even selecting the color. So first of all, I have something called selected color and selected line thickness. How did you solve the logic building problem in JS? Most students learn JS but can't write the logic. So how did you tackle that problem? The thing is that I struggled with this for a long time, really for a long time. Then I started doing one thing. I took the help of my teachers to build a project, and then I started rebuilding that. Simple. Take the help of building something, rebuild that on your own. Your logic will be better automatically over the time. This is the simple method. Learn, rebuild, learn, rebuild. That is why I will be rebuilding this too as well. Because right now I am taking the help of AI as well. So I cannot say that I have given everything from my side. Okay, logic I am using, that's another case. But then when I rebuild this, everything will be from my own side. It's like that. Selected color, selected thickness, this thing is okay. Selected shape dot color. By the way, I can give them the default value as well. That is quite right. This is not bad actually. So selected color, that's gonna be shape dot color. That's actually going to be by default. And then selected letter. By the way, I'm getting the inspiration from the this. So selected thickness, that's going to be equals to shape dot thickness over here. Once this thing is done, then I have to actually give it the color as well. If it gets, I think I'm sending it the color. Shape dot id is equal to, okay, over here I'm just adding it. So once this much is done, then I have to decide whether the color should be given or not. So I can just remove this particular thing from here. This thing in the else statement, first of all, I am giving it the default color that are coming actually from the database. And the thing is that if shape dot id triple equals to this dot selected shape id, that means if there is a shape selected at that particular time, I will be giving different color to that particular shape, and the remaining things are gonna be the same. Simple. Then ctx dot stroke style and then line style width. Okay, once I have defined the colors, I'm actually giving them the colors, so that's also not a problem. So I can say one thing, draw all the shapes. Over here, add the properties. You can just make anything. Add properties to the ctx context. After that, tell me more about it. Like what were you doing before, and how did you solve this problem? Which problem? Like I didn't get that. First of all, I am taking the help of AI right now because I have no idea how to build an infinite canvas page. So even I'm not sure that the AI that is suggesting me that is gonna work. That is why I have committed this before even starting this particular thing. Okay, then this thing is done. Your existing switch statement here unchanged. That's great. Good job. Keep all your other code cases exactly the same. Restore the context to reset transforms. Wow. I mean, it's saying me that you have to save your context over here and you have to restore your context over here. What will happen? In between, I am giving some extra color, like these colors are given. They will be, it will be restored back. After learning syntax of JS, did you jump straight into building projects or solve a lot of building logic? Problem in JS. I actually watched many videos from many tutors. I completed some courses on YouTube, and then I completed Angela Ma'am's course. I completed, there was a course on JS on YouTube, 10 hours long or something. I completed that, and then there have been some more tutors too. I completed the course of course, Akira sir, and then there was a channel named don't remember the name, but yeah. Logic building takes time. Right now, if I look at the code slowly, I get the meaning of that. But initially, it was hard. It was not, yeah. Initially, it gets hard. Slowly, things become easy. But yeah, I can say I have actually watched many videos from many tutors to learn the JS well. Even when it came to TypeScript, I took some time to learn that, and then at the end of the day, I got in the habit of writing TypeScript. This dot existing shapes for each. Okay, ultimately I'm drawing all the shapes over here. Which 10-hour course on YT? There was a course. Don't remember that. JS course. I completed this one. Not 10 hours, 20 hours. Sorry. Yeah, this one I've gone through. Super simple name. And yeah, nothing else. That was the one that I had gone through. Okay, this thing is then I'm ultimately restoring the values over here. So let's simply restore them and say this dot ctx dot restore, and let's see whether the things work as expected or not. Switch back to this. Reload the page. I don't think it's working because I haven't even restarted that. 22 hours. This course full. This course still you struggle with logic building. Watching the video is does not mean that you have learned that, right? Like even if you are watching the videos continuously for 100 hours, that does not mean your logic is getting improved. Your logic, you will be able to build the logics well only when you work on the things rather than watching the stuff. I like this. Is the only JS course did you take, or did you took more JS courses? I watched Angela Ma'am's course, on Udemy. I watched his whole. What can I say? I watched her whole syllabus from the beginning till the end. I left Web3 stuff because yeah, I did not. I tried to learn Web3, then I got stuck in the process, so I just thought of leaving that. But yeah, apart from that, I covered his whole syllabus. I still have the notes. 3001. I have the notes of, and one more thing, Apna college. How can I forget that? So yeah, I can say this can be my mistake as well because I kept following so many tutors, but at the end of the day, I wasn't working on the projects that much. So it took me a lot of time to just get the things done. But okay, never mind. At the end, I'm here. But learned from Apna college as well. So many tutors. This thing is done. I think working well. Not working well, not working well, not working well. insane. This is actually insane. I thought it would work fine, but it's not working. Suppose I draw it here, I draw it here, and I draw it here. If I zoom out, it happens like this. Ultimately, I get the real color of my canvas. But okay, that if that is just the problem of that can be solved easily. You want to become good at it? What would you? Starting out with JS. Simple thing that I have realized right now. Follow your tutor. Make the projects with the help of the tutor. And then once that project is ready, do not switch to another project. Rather, make that project from your own side. So if your tutor had your teacher helped you build something, rebuild that. That is the thing I mostly believe in. That is something that helped me and helping me a lot. So yeah, I can say that. Rebuild the things from on your own. Once you have built that with tutor, with the help of the tutor, of course. Hashtag 000. What is the default color of the canvas? It's simply restoring it back. So the canvas has that color by default or what? Or I'm actually setting this. So this is the color of the canvas has gray color or something that I just gave earlier. Where did I give? Maybe while rendering the shape or something. So when I actually this is where I'm doing it. So maybe not here. I somewhere gave the color gray and not gray. So how can I even check this? No. When I initialized it, what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, it did help. He gave lots of questions anyway. We just solved them. I cannot say my logic building is great, but it's improving day by day as I'm working on the things. Canvas zoom in it when I'm initializing it. Get existing shapes, render the shape when I'm actually rendering the shape. What I'm doing when I'm actually rendering the shapes, then I'm getting all the shapes over here. Once I'm getting all the shapes over here, so I'm actually a rectangle is here. Save this, translate, then this has the color 000, and after that I'm here, and when I'm actually rendering all the shapes, I have a rectangle, circle. I'm not setting the color over here. The question is that where is canvas getting the color from? The canvas already has a color. How can even get it? Do you want to hear my advice for improving your logic in JS? Yeah, I would love to. Index app canvas. What can I do? Components, canvas.tsx. Over here I have canvas board. If I just go to the canvas board, I have canvas inside that board. Come on here. Yeah, this is the canvas. And as for the style and all, touch none and absolute, that means I'm not giving any color. How about giving BG black directly? Reload the page, and it looks great. Yeah, mainly and if I just use these ones, even this works well. This does not. Mhm. This is not working as expected. I mean, it is zooming, but it is not zooming the way it should be zooming. It's going to the left side. So ultimately this problem is solved. I'm not directly giving the color black. That black color, even if I do not give it, it should be fine. Then I have to work on that functionality where I reload the page. And now if I just try to see this thing. So ultimately this thing does not work well. Right now it works well. Okay, that was the problem. The thing with the logic building is that you can't learn it by watching tutorials. You must build it by struggling through problems. Thumbs up to you. That is right. The tutor you are watched has already done the hard part of building logic. She is simply coding is it, not explaining the logic behind it. Could be like, yeah, when you struggle then only you know how to just get rid of that. So agree with that. So ultimately the thing the AI suggested me to do that did not actually work, rather that worked just opposite of what I expected. So this thing is great. One thing that he suggested me that actually turned out to be great for me, that was this particular thing. I'm actually saving the shapes over here, saving the properties over here. At the end of the day I'm restoring it, but it suggested me to add this property. That was the bad idea. It's asking me to translate the things, and I do not need to translate the things. If I actually translate them, I get the bad result. Let's even tell it. Where is that? Okay, sorry. If I use this, I don't get the expected result. The problem using method is that is messing up with viewport values. The math wrong is accumulates errors. Let's fix the root. Oh, that means the method that I'm using right now, that is okay with the zoom in and zoom out functionalities, that the way it's setting the values. And if I actually want to use this particular way, ultimately this way that he is suggesting me right now, so I will have to make some changes over there as well. Not a problem, I will go through that and learn the stuff well, but before that, screen position of the mouse 0, canvas width 0 to canvas width. I'm getting X and Y. Infinite page feature is done. That is zooming and zooming out. That is not infinite. I'm just zooming and zooming out the things. I do not have the infinite feature. First of all, I'm just working on making this code better that I have already written with the help of the suggestions of the AI. The code is working well, but the thing is that I'm still asking AI so that it can give me more suggestions, so make it better. Now rebuilding it, not really gonna cover the infinite yet first. After that, once I got this particular thing, position 0 to canvas, world X is gonna be mouse X. Mouse X origins, whether I call it mouse x or I call it origin x, that doesn't really matter. So let's go to that. It's not build, that is just the zooming and zooming out thing. So once this thing is done, so what it is saying me that you got x and y, mouse x and mouse y, that means the current ones. I said yes, I got that. When I do go with this, I got the x and y. Okay, and then what is the next thing? How am I getting x and y? That's so I got x and y over here. I calculated delta, scroll, zoom percentage, got that even, and then I'm simply giving it the values. So this is x, y, and zoom percentage. Once I'm getting x, I'm getting mouse x. Okay, it was infinite page picture. No, it was not actually. Then once I got x and y, that's already related to the canvas. So let's okay, convert it to the world coordinates before zoom. So world coordinates are gonna be what? Over here I'm actually using x, and what is x and y? That is right, I should be using them. And I can rather make it a world x, but okay, that's all right. So mouse x this dot be put origin x, that is what that I'm using. Oh, it's being calculated the wrong way. The first of all, I have no idea about this formulas over here that have been used. This dot x is equal to, it worked, so I used it. Convert the world coordinates to before world coordinates. Convert to world coordinates before zoom, and this is what I'm doing here. So ultimately world x and world are being changed, and then what is the next step? After that, this dot viewport scale is equal to zoom percentage by 100. Got it. And then what am I doing? I'm just simply rendering the shape. I'm not even scaling that. Wheel handler. What am I doing inside wheel handler? Event dot prevent. Okay. I got x and y. That is okay. It gives me the right answer. Delta percent is equal to 0 less than. Just sign in. That's fine. Delta percentage. It's directly checking the delta. -1 and 1. So it's simply checking the delta. If delta ultimately, if it is positive, then I should be getting 10. So if delta is positive, if delta is less than 0 in negative, I am getting positive. If it is greater than 0, I am getting negative. So this can be directly done over here as well, but that's fine. So ultimately, if delta dot y is less than 0, then give it 10. Less than 0, give it 10. Yeah, mostly because e dot delta y, whenever you zoom out the page, it gives you positive values, otherwise it gives you negative values, and that is completely fine. Just a minute guys, I'll be right back. There's something urgent, I'll have to just leave just for a minute or so, but I'll be just right back. Sorry, I even forgot to turn the music on. That was crazy. Really sorry for that. Okay, came back. So what was the thing? Instead of understanding all the logic behind it, what is the thing? But as you said that you are rebuilding the project, but the most people when they are first building the project, they just memorize the code, and the second try just write all the code they remember. That's good. Even that is not bad. Instead of understanding all the logic behind it. Look, initially it is not possible until unless you are really when you are starting the code, even if you are rebuilding that, you will forget most of the things, so you will write only as much as you remembered. So just even that much is great. Slowly you will start getting the main thing behind that, and you will be able to write and all. But yeah, initially write as much as possible. You will need hand holding initially. Slowly you have to make sure that you are standing on your own feet, but initially take the help. But as for you, you are already good at it, so why are you asking these many things? So I have to change this particular thing, right? X and Y, this dot coordinate. Rect, I'm already getting this thing from there, so I don't need that. Apart from that, delta percentage is already being calculated, and I'm adding it over there. Then I'm calculating the zoom percentage. So zoom percentage is equal to math.max. This is also fine. Zoom in and zoom out is something that I'm calling, and then I set zoom percentage. So everything is right. No, I'm trying to understand how students learning or tackling this problem. Oh, for me it works like initially it's hard for me. It was hard for me, so I did take the help of teachers a lot. I built the projects and then I rebuild them. That is something that helped me to get rid of this problem. At least I can say right now I do not have that much problem with it, but I do get stuck. So ultimately I'm getting them related to the client. Once I'm getting them related to the client, so over here this thing is great. Once this thing is great, I'm just simply sending the things from here. So ultimately I can just collapse this. And the second thing, the top one, that was this. I'm actually getting X and Y. Rect dot left. Why am I getting it again? Oh, is that so? When it's normal, it's okay on the normal screen. Like if you are not zooming in or zooming out, at that time it is fine. But the thing is that when you start zooming in or when you start zooming out, at that time you have to change the position of X and Y as well. And you have to actually the thing that I'm doing over here, you have to repeat that thing, that position. What I'm doing, I'm simply subtracting rect dot left and rect dot top. You have to subtract that again because those values have been changed, if I'm not wrong. So let me do that, and I hope I should be getting the right result once I do that. Alright bro, I will catch up soon. Take care brother, and have a great day ahead. Bye bye. So this thing is done. X and Y are here, and let's do it again. Const rect is equal to this dot canvas that I already have dot get boundings. If I'm not wrong, this should be the one, get boundings client rect. This thing, that once I got the boundings, the next thing is that mouse, let's give them the same ones. Mouse f is equal to x that I got, and rect dot left, and const mouse y is equal to y minus rect dot left, rect dot top. Let's see. I hope there's high possibility that it should work the way I want it to work. Once this is done, then I'm actually calculating the mouse x and mouse y again. Having said that, why am I calculating them again? World x and okay, world x and world y. So I got the current positions. Once I have actually zoomed the page, then I got the current positions of the mouse relative to the screen. But before I go, I'll like most people in your age are wasting time their times, but you are using your time instead of wasting. So like great job, bro. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. It means a lot. So this thing is done, and once this thing is done, what is the next thing? I'm getting the right coordinates. Once I got the right coordinates, what is the next step that I have to do? World X and world Y. That's going to be converted into origin X and origin Y. Okay, this is just the formula, so I will be understanding it later. First of all, let's get this thing done. So const world X, even let's set this thing, convert to world coordinates before zoom. Why? Okay, before zooming that, before scaling that, I'm actually converting it. That's great. Not bad. AI helping me a lot to understand this stuff and all. Then what I have mouse X minus this dot viewport dot origin X. First of all, let's write it and see whether it actually works, because I'm not quite sure whether this is gonna work or not. But as AI is suggesting, so it should definitely work. If it doesn't work, I'll go with another way. World Y. First of all, the main goal is to make it work. Once it's working, then I will be understanding the reason behind it, how it works. This dot viewport dot origin Y divided by this dot viewport dot scale. Seems to be okay. Once this thing is done, then I'm actually getting the new scale, or I'm just simply zoom dot percentage by this. Okay, so even this is fine over here. Compute the new scale, or I can say update the scale. So this dot viewport dot scale, that's going to be equals to it, and this is going to be called either I get the new scale or I get that is okay, fine. Update scale. I'm already updating that, and once that is updated, I can easily get the value in here. So that is not something I should be worried about. Convert back to screen coordinates, then scale. I was getting zoom over here, but the thing is that as per it, I'm not zooming it anywhere. That is insane. So instead of scaling it here, it's actually asking me to scale while when the page is actually rendering, and then I have to give it these values and all. Okay, let's see if it actually asking me to do that. So I'm gonna be doing that. New scale divided by this dot viewport dot scale, and that's what I did over there, right? So whenever I'm actually getting the this dot, what I did while rendering that. So let's go to the top, and over here render. Whenever I rendered that, I'm simply getting the origin X and origin Y. I'm just scaling with the help of this scale, and over here I already changed the scale, so I should not be worried about that. Okay, this is great. I can even remove this from here. As for this thing is already done. Zoom percentage divided by 10. Then once I got the new scale, then I'm dividing it by view and all. So let's forget about that. Once this thing is done, as for this thing, getting the origin X and origin Y, do I need to do that? So wheel handler is here. Origin X and origin Y, they need to be set anyhow, and after that I can just simply go ahead. So I have set the value. Translate, I don't even need to translate it here, because this is going to be translated later. So ultimately I'm translating it here, and the same thing I was doing at the top. What was I doing? If I actually go to the top, when I was actually rendering the shape, I was translating it to the origin X and origin Y. That is a good thing. Then I was scaling it. The scale thing is getting done here rather than getting done at the end. And as for the origin x and origin y, I have to just get this particular done here, and I'm not going to scale or do this thing over here. This will be done on the top only. So even I can remove this particular part from here, and it's gonna be exactly the same as that is suggesting. And by the way, viewport is equal to origin x. What is the value of x? That is mouse, that has been converted to mouse x right now. By the way, the formula is something like that. Great stuff. Mouse x minus world x multiplied by this dot viewport dot scale. I'm gonna be using that formula directly. So this dot viewport origin x is equal to mouse x that I got minus world x, like from where it should actually start, if I'm not wrong, world x that I have calculated, multiplied by this dot viewport dot scale. Let's see whether it actually works. There's a huge question mark on this. Y, there's actually gonna be y, and this is going to be origin y. Almost I've done the things the way AI suggested me to do. I made the changes in it. Reload the page and see the stuff. I hope at the top everything's working fine. When I'm actually rendering the page, I'm clearing the canvas, then I'm saving the previous context. After that, I'm actually translating it and scaling it with the help of the origin x and origin y, and of course scaling with the help of the scale. Then giving it the, okay, this is optional. Reload the page. My method was then better. Really, I actually tried to follow AI to help me with this, but at the end of the day, I'm stuck here. So my previous method was far better than this. Okay. I just hope I'm not missing anything. Otherwise, if I would be, then that would have been crazy. So let's make sure that I'm not missing something. And then once that is made sure, then I'll be checking the remaining things out. Control V. This thing is done. It turns out I have been missing the things. So this is the color of the rectangle that I am drawing. I don't even need to draw the rectangle if I'm not wrong. I can, as for the rectangle, let's go to the top. What am I doing with the rectangle? Render page over here. Why it's not getting the proper width and height? That's something to think about. Rectangle is taking size and width. A celebration. Okay, clearing the canvas, save, translating the values, size, not dividing it by that. That is interesting. Control D. This was the previous method, and now it needs to be something else. So let's check this thing out right now. शनिवार होने चाहिए. आय हाय. Origin x, origin y, this should work fine, but this is not working fine. That is something I need to take care of. If I actually do not give it here, then how will I be able to change the values and all? So I need to provide it here anyhow. ctx.fill rect, it has to start from 0 0. How can I miss this? Reload the page. It does not start at 0 0. Oh, fill rect. Size is this. Size is being calculated using this. The thing is that when the shape enters, why does not this change? What the issue? What is the issue? Shape. Allah. Getting it. How can I resolve this? Thinking. So this is the canvas. Yeah, that is the canvas. What the hell? How can I make this mistake? The thing is that canvas width and canvas height, that is not changing. Check it now. I'm changing this. Okay. When am I actually making the canvas? Okay, the canvas is made. The rectangle on top of that, let's give it different color. Let's give it a red color, green color, whatever. Window dot inner width height. Size, it changes. The problem is this: why does the canvas itself get smaller when I zoom out? Okay, shrinks. The canvas shrinks on zoom out because the transform is applied to everything, including your green board. So when your scale is less than 1, you are literally drawing a smaller version of that board inside the fixed black canvas. What is happening? Your canvas element size in CSS stays constant. Your canvas element size in CSS stays constant. The big black area. The render shape you... Okay, let's give it another color. First of all, I wanna check this thing. BG white. Ah, that is right. This is the main canvas. This is the rectangle that I am drawing. Why do I get everything relative to the rectangle? That is what I have to just figure the things out. Okay, got it. And otherwise it works great, that is right. The only problem is that when I zoom out at that time, I do get the canvas. But the problem is that if I just write something here, that goes here, relative to this. Okay, that means positions are getting I'm rendering the things the wrong way maybe. Okay, in render you do cts.translate origin is then draw the green rectangle shapes. When scale goes below 1, every draw pixel is scaled down, so the green working area appears smaller and moves as origin x and y. This is exactly what a camera world space zoom does. World gets smaller on zoom out while the viewport stays fixed. How to get the behavior you get if you want black the infinite, green board fixed size board. If you want black background infinite world, green board is equal to fixed size board that does not visually shrink, but the content on it zooms. It's simply helping me zoom out, that is right. But the thing is that while it zooms out, the canvas gets while it zooms out, as there is no infinite page, it does not work as expected. So black background is equal to infinite world. Yeah, that is right. Green board is equal to fixed size board that does not visually shrink, but the content on it zooms. Do not scale the full board. Draw the black board and green board before draw the black board and green board before applying scale, and only draw the shapes after transforms. So render shape, I've drawn this. Optional, draw your green board here in screen coordinates. Yeah, कुछ मजेदार सा है. Something that blows your mind away. Okay, दोबारा सोचते हैं क्या बताया जा रहा है. Render shape is equal to this dot ctx. ये तो ठीक है भाई. Draw fixed background, no transform. Fixed background, no transform. I can do this. ये ना infinite page मेरे माइंड को इन्फिनाइट करके रखेगा. This is crazy thing. How you can actually have the infinite page, but never mind. This thing, where is that? Render, where am I rendering this stuff? On the top, and then use effect. I'm not here, I should be here. Render shape. Oh, can I do this? I'm simply First of all, I have to draw this and then this. So let's cut it from here and then draw this. Just these are gonna be scaled. Optional, draw your green board here in screen coordinates. apply camera transform, this dot save, and this dot translate. What the hell? CTX viewport origin is origin by this dot CTX scale. So I am actually doing this, and then existing shape dot for each. Draw your green board here in the screen. That is what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Reload the page, and guess what? It did work. There has been only one problem. The thing is that I was drawing my green board before I was drawing my what is that thing called shapes. Ultimately, before I was actually drawing the rectangle. What am I supposed to say? That I was drawing the green board after I had translated and scaled. So this way green board was also getting translated and also getting scaled. So what I did, I drew the green board first and then I scaled. Then what happened, only the text on my green board is getting scaled or getting zoomed in or zoomed out, as simple as that. So infinite black, this should be green. By the way, I have to make it black, so let's make it okay. I'll change it later. Change it to black, something like this, and then apply viewport transform pen plus zoom. That is great. Ultimately this thing is done. What is the next step? Reload the page. Doesn't matter what color you have given to that, it will always remain the same. It will just keep going on. One more thing that I need to have over here, that is the infinite page. My favorite functionality that I haven't implemented yet. Of course I'll take the help of AI and make that, but after making that I'll be remaking that. Okay, so this thing is done right now. Anything else that I can make better in my code? Let's go to the top, and first of all it suggested me to make it better, that I have already done that. Performance issues. Pencil stroke. What I'll be doing, the code that I have written, that works well, I know. The thing is that I want to know what all I can improve in this code, so I will be giving this code to AI, and I wanna just ask simple question: what all, sorry, not I all, just what all can be improved? We have to make it better so that we actually have the things like close to production related things. You already have solid base. The main improvements on how you are about correctness with zoom, separation concerns, and few bugs. Okay, now are about correctness with zoom, separation or concerns, and few bugs. Okay, coordinate system. Right now you are mixing screen coordinates from get position with a zoomed world, but only shapes are scaled. This means get position should give you world coordinates, not the raw canvas pixels. Otherwise hit test drawing and moving shapes will be wrong when zoom is not equals to 1. Simplest fix: get position returning canvas pixels, then convert the world. First of all, the problem. Right now you are mixing screen coordinates from get position with the zoomed world. Let's go to zoom. What am I doing over here? Zoomed world. Okay, I'm getting the mouse and mouse Y. So that is right. I should give you, okay, I will give it X and Y. It will give me the world to world coordinates. Okay, so right now you are mixing screen coordinates from get position with the zoomed world, but zoomed world ultimately got that, but only shapes are scaled. This means get position canvas should give you the coordinate, give you world coordinates, not raw canvas pixels, otherwise hit test drawing and moving the shapes will be wrong. Simplest fix, get position returning canvas pixels. So get position, keep get position returning canvas pixels, then convert it to world. So I have two world over here. It gets x and it gets y. What I'm doing here, x minus this dot viewport origin x divided by viewport scale y minus viewport, okay, use it wherever you read pointer. Get position this, get world this, apply the same in pointer down handler, pointer move handler, pointer up handler, so the shape data always lives in world shape. Why are the shapes being why are the shapes getting smaller? Mainly because when I over here I am doing it, origin x is equal to mouse x minus world x multiplied by this, the same formula that is being used, not the same actually. This is x minus origin x and mouse x current minus world x that I calculated. What is world x here? Render shape responsibilities. Render shape is mostly good but can be cleaned up. Draw fixed background, black, green border before applying transform so it does not shrink or grow with zoom. Only shapes should be affected by scale and origin. That's what I'm doing. ctx.FullStack. Draw fixed backgrounds, black or green board before applying transform so it does not shrink or grow with the zoom. That's okay, got that. Only shape should be affected by scale, origin, x and y. Okay, so ultimately I'm getting the width and height. This thing is done. I'm setting background in screen, rect black, and then draw the fixed green board centered in the screen here. World transform, transforming the world, viewport, draw the existing shapes. This keeps the canvas visually stable. What I want, most of the things are actually going out of my mind right now. Maybe I'm not good at understanding the stuff, but world and all, there should be right context of that. So what I want, explain the things in easy to understand, because I can just copy and paste the things, but if I do not understand them, then there's no use. So explain the things in easy to understand manner, and why we do it. Give me examples too. You basically want three things to feel right. Thank you. Shapes should not jump or distort when you zoom. Hit testing. Select drag should keep working when zoomed. The background should not behave weirdly when zooming. These three things I need. Let's check whether these things are actually happening. I right clicked, I duplicated, it worked. If I zoomed in out, I right clicked, it's still working, it's still working, it's still working. This thing is still working. Am I able to draw something here? Yeah. Got it. I need to fix it, that's right. If I draw something here, that's okay. If I keep it here, it can never go outside the canvas. It can just move. I'm not even able to select. So yeah, whatever he's saying, that is right. I need to fix this thing. What is the solution to that? Alrighty, so to get there, the key idea is to separate screen space from world space and be consistent. To get there, The key idea is separate screen space from world space and be consistent. Screen versus world core concept. Yeah, I needed to understand them. Think of two coordinate systems. Screen space, what the browser gives you. Example, client x is equal to 500, client y is equal to 300, is equal to 500 pixel from left of the canvas and 300 pixel from the top. Okay, great. World space, where your shape actually live. Example, a rectangle at 100x, 100y, width 200 and width y. X is this, y is this. World canvas, world space, where your shape actually live. Shapes actually live. A rectangle at this, okay. When you zoom, screen does not change size. That is right. World either appears bigger, zoom in, or smaller, zoom out. That is right. So the rule is all shapes, hit tests and movements should be in world space. All shapes, hit tests and movement should be in world space. Zoom/pan is just a transform that maps world screen when drawing. If you mix them, weird stuff happens. Selection only works at zoom 100%. Previews in wrong place, etc. That is right. That is absolutely right. So what is the thing? The all shapes, it tests and movement should be in the world space. Zoom in pan just transform that maps screen when drawing. If you mix them weird, okay, that's great. World helper to world. Right now get position e dot canvas probably gives something like mouse position inside the canvas in pixels. That is screen space. You need a small helper converts that to the world coordinates using viewport. So what I'm saying, this is something that is suggesting me to world x, y, return x and y, but this time they should be the world coordinates. So x that I already have minus this dot viewport is at origin x. So what I'm getting over here, the x they were the starting ones minus this dot viewport dot origin x. Where was the origin? Origin that was set, okay, and divided by viewport dot scale, and that thing I'm doing for both. Shall we give it a try? Definitely. So let's go here. Where am I calculating that? Where are the helpers? Helper is here. I have get position helper, and right now to world helper. So let's create another helper that is going to be called to world.ts, and this time I will be creating a function. So export default function to world. It gives me two values. First one is gonna be first of all takes two parameters x and y. As for the formula, let's leave it for now. Let's check whether we understood the overall concept, and let's see whether it works or not. Okay, this thing is done. What is the next step? I have to return x is equal to x minus this dot viewport dot origin, but I do not have that. I will have to send that. So I have to send, I am getting x and y, the current ones, and then origin x and origin y. Again they are gonna be numbers, so let's make them number. Once this thing is done, so I have to just get origin x over here. So x minus origin x, x is the current one, yeah, origin x, and then divided by, so like this. I have to, what the hell, what have I done? divided by viewport scale, so ultimately divided by scale, so I'll be getting scale as well. Crazy stuff. Let's get the scale too. So scale is going to be equals to just a number, and once this thing is done, then I can get y, and y is going to be y minus origin y divided by scale. This is how I'm going ahead, and once this thing is clear, I should be getting that. Okay, why this formula? Origin x and origin y is how much you have panned the camera. Origin x and origin y is how much you have panned the camera, right? So x minus origin position relative to the camera. X, the current coordinates, origin x, that will be the current one. Wow. Scale is your zoom. If scale is 2, everything is drawn twice as big. So the 1 pixel in the world looks like 2 pixel on the screen. So go from the screen to world. You divide by scale. One more time. If your scale is equal to 2, everything is drawn twice as big. So 1 pixel in the world looks 2 pixels on the screen. To go from screen to world, you divided by scale. Okay, so if that is 4, the value that I got, that is already the twice of the scale, and that is why I'm dividing it by the scale. So I'm getting x is the current coordinates, origin x is the previous origin, that to panned one when I zoomed that. So the current one minus the previous one will be the new one, but at that new one my screen will be zoomed twice. In order to even zoom it less, I'm dividing it by scale. Probably. Okay. To go from screen to world, you divide it by scale. To go from screen to world, you divide by 2. Okay. Examples. Camera at origin 100 pixel, origin y 50, scale 2. Mouse at screen 300 and 250. X minus origin x. 300 minus 100 is equal to 200. 250 minus 50 is equal to 200. Divided by 2. World point 100 by 100. So I'm getting twice. I'm dividing it by 2 to get that only. If you draw a shape whose world coordinate x, y 100 by 100, after transform it appears exactly under the mouse. Use it everywhere. You read pointer positions, start x, start y, end x, end y, etc. So shapes are always stored in world units. Drawing with zoom, y, save, restore, scale. In render, when you are doing this, okay, so this dot ctx dot clear rectangle, save background, this dot origin x. Actually have to read a lot here. Come on. Drawing with the zoom, y, save, restore, and then scale. First of all, save it, then restore it, then scale it. In draw, first of all, this thing is done. I fixed the color. First of all, I gave it the background. After that, after giving the background, I'm actually zooming it and all. Then I'm drawing all the shapes. Zooming means zooming the previous ones, right? Yeah. Then I'm drawing all the shapes. Again, once this thing is done, so it will just zoom all the shapes, and then the restore. First, draw the background in the screen, no zoom, that is right. Then from now on, draw everything in zoomed panned way. That is exactly what translate plus scale do. Translate plus scale, yeah. Concrete examples. World a rectangle, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 100, width is equal to 50, height is equal to 50. That is the rectangle. origin x is equal to 0, origin y is equal to 0, scale is equal to 1, drawn at 100. Okay, rectangle x is equal to 100, y is equal to 100, and that is drawn at 0, origin x and origin y. So whenever that is drawn, so translate this dot viewport origin, it has to just simply translate, and it does not translate, that is okay. What is the next step? 50 pixel on the screen, then height is the 50 pixel, size is 50 by 50 on the screen, that's great. Change scale to drawn 200 by 200, coordinates have been changed, that's right. Size is 100 by 100 on the screen, twice as big, so ultimately I am dividing that. Then origin x becomes minus 50, change origin minus 50 origin, this now appears 150 on the screen as your parent. Save and restore, like save, remember original state, no zoom, no pan. Restore, go back, so next frame starts clean without each time you call the render shape. The scale would compound using two world in pointer handlers, pointer down. Now when you start drawing or selecting, convert to world first, so point down. Okay, so I'm getting x and y, so ultimately I'm getting px and py, and then I'm sending that. What all it needs? It needs origin x, it needs this apart from this particular thing. It actually needs origin x. Why does it need that? Because I have to subtract. And the scale value, why will you sending this? That's okay, not a problem. Then once this thing is clear, so I got x and y, so start x is equal to x, start y is equal to start y, and then I can just continue from here on. Y hit test and shape data both work in world space. Y hit test and shape data work in world space, so they stay in hit test and shape data, hit test as well as shape data work in world space, that is right, so they stay in sync at any zoom. Same story, move, I have to do the same thing over here. Then x, even let's change that thing, let's go there one by one. First thing, once this thing is clear, then where I'm getting these things, first of all let's go to the zoom in and zoom out. Over here I'm getting world, mouse, origin divided by scale, that is what I'm doing over here. So instead of doing this thing, what I can do, that I can use a method, and I will be getting x and y from here, and that it will be to world. It will give me related to world and all. First of all I need to provide x. X is gonna be mouse x, mouse y. Const x, y gonna be to world, mouse x, mouse y, and origin number. Origin is going to be this dot viewport dot origin x, this dot viewport dot origin y, and this dot viewport dot scale. So I got x and y. Once I got x and y, they are gonna be like world ones, so I will be writing world x, the second one should be y. So this particular thing is done. Once this thing is done, the remaining things that I have to work on, go to pointer down, and when you are getting x and y at that time, position x, position y, and this time you have to take, because you have to check it with respect to world canvas, and that is why you need to have those coordinates. So const x, y, and they are gonna be equals to get not get actually, just to world, and it will take x, sorry, it will take px, it will take py, it will take origin. So this dot viewport dot origin x, and this dot viewport dot origin y, and this dot viewport dot scale. Hope this is gonna work. And then ultimately I'm giving those values to start and start y. So this thing is done. So apart from this particular thing, pointer up handler, what am I doing over here? When pointer up happens, I'm getting the sizes, I'm getting the position. So when I'm getting the positions, I need to keep that particular thing in mind. Pointer move, I have already done that. Pointer up, what am I doing inside? Pointer down, that is great. How about pointer up? That's not clear yet. Pointer down, I have fixed this. And pointer move handler, let's even check this thing out, then I will be going with this. So when pointer moving, what all I'm doing? While moving the pointer, first of all I'm getting the position, that's great, I got the position. After that I'm getting x and y, that also I got. Then I'm saying that start x and start y is equal to this. Before even rendering the shape, okay. So while moving the it, first of all I got it, okay, it's alright. I'm getting the sizes. Then this dot canvas start x start y, okay, I'm giving it the event with the help of that I'm getting size, that's it. Then I'm getting this dot start x and start y is equal to this. Okay, getting the start x and start y from there. So I'm also getting the value of start x and start y, and I'm getting the value of that as well. So this time I have to just change only one thing, and that is this thing. So instead of having it here like and x and y, I will be px py and x and y. Get position, this should be px, this should be py, because I have to get the coordinates relative to the world, and that is why I will be getting it again. So const x and y, they are going to be equals to world, and I have to give the px, I have to give it to py, this dot viewport dot origin x, this dot viewport dot origin y, and this dot viewport dot scale, something like this. Once this thing got done, let's name it and x, the another one and y, like this. So ultimately I have even changed the values over here. The remaining things are reapply transform for preview. So CT, okay, this is the thing that I'm doing over here, that after rendering it, because while rendering I'm already doing it. This dot ctx save ctx translate viewport origin. Reapply transform for preview. I'm rendering the shape, and while rendering the shape I'm already setting the viewport. So why do I need to set it here? It is for previous shapes, but what about the new shapes that you are drawing? Yeah, how about these colors? Don't I need to have them? Line width, stroke style, okay, that's already being set if I'm not wrong. I don't know, I'll be checking this thing. Reapply, why do I need to reapply? Because I'm drawing new shapes, and they should be transformed as well. So transform for preview, okay. So this dot ctx dot save, first of all this thing, this dot ctx dot translate, not transform, just translate, and this dot viewport dot origin x, first of all this dot viewport dot origin y. First of all translate it using these origins. I have already changed the values of this, so don't need to worry about that. Then ctx dot scale, I have to scale the thing, so this dot viewport dot scale, and same this dot viewport dot scale, something like this. And at the end of the day, I'm just giving it some color and all, and then I'm drawing all the shapes. And I think the same thing is happening over here. And at the end of the day, I can just simply restore it. So let's do it like this. If statement, else if, else if, else if, else if, else if. Okay, once this gets done, at that time what do I need to do? Pointer up move handler. At the end I can say this dot ctx dot restore. Done. Example, you started at rect world 10 by 10 and move to 40 with 50 height. No matter how zoomed you are, preview uses the same world numbers and context transform handles displayed. Again, pointer up. I have to do the same thing over here with the world coordinates. So what I'm doing over here is that when I'm rendering it, even before that, I'm getting the size, width and height. Why do I need width and height in move handler? This dot ctx is still correct. At the end of the day, this is also being calculated the wrong way. I want to get the width. I have start x. Let's remove this thing. So first of all, I got x and y get position. First of all, I got the position and all. So like this. First of all, I got the position, like current position. Then I'm getting the world position and x and y. After that, I have to get start x and start y. So that's what I'm getting. The world. Okay. So I actually got end x and y. I got this start x and start y. Okay. Once that thing is done, I'm getting the selected tool and all. That is okay. That's not a problematic thing. Once I got that, once I have these two, start x and start y, at that time I'm calculating width and height. So the width that I need, that's being calculated here. Const width is equal to, that's going to be end x minus start x. Const height is equal to end y minus start y, something like this. I got this, so I should not be getting the errors over here. Ultimately, this is what I have calculated. By the way, width is equal to end x minus start x. End x, oh, that is the world coordinate. Start x is the current one. Yeah, it should be fine. What is the next step? Pointer up. Pointer up. I'm calculating this thing again. Get sizes. This is not needed now anymore anyway. Yeah. So what I can do? Let's remove this particular thing from here. Once this thing is removed, click false. And x and y getting this thing. Then once I got this, is not exactly what I wanted. Const x y from to world, and I can say give it x and y, and I would rather say give it px and py. I'll name these px and py. They are the screen coordinates, and now I have to convert them to the world coordinates. So even I need to import it here if I'm not wrong. Well, this seems to be okay. What is the problem? It needs 5, so this dot viewport dot origin x, this dot viewport dot origin y, and this dot viewport dot scale. I'm repeating the same thing over and over, that is true. But yeah, I do need to repeat that anyway. It cannot take the value directly until unless I keep it here only. I'll try to keep that here if needed, but for now let's be okay with this. This is going to be end x, and this is going to be and y. So ultimately I got the end coordinates. Once I got my end coordinates, and I even have to calculate width and height if I'm not wrong. Yeah, width and height are not here. Get sizes, what all it was getting? It was getting canvas, event, canvas, start x, start y. With the help of event, it used to get the current positions, and then it used to do the stuff like this. Whenever mount up happens, I'm getting end y, and after that I need to know the width. So first of all, I will be getting the current positions if I'm not wrong. So in that case, const x and y, that's going to be equals to get position. Not sure about this thing. What am I doing over there? Last time I was getting using the current position, and whenever the mount up happened, then I was using that. Get position. First of all, I'm getting the position end x, height is equal to end x minus this start x. Start x is already set. How was I calculating the width and height? Okay, I think okay, here it is. This is how width and not this one. Pointer up and up. I was simply giving it start x and start y. So ultimately I was using start x and start y, but I was giving them as arguments. That's okay. So this thing is clear. As for getting the width, so I will be getting it here. Const width is equal to what? End x, the last coordinates minus current coordinates, this dot start x, and the const height is equal to HEIGST, and x minus this dot start y, actually not x, something like this. So this particular thing is done, and remaining time I'm just I already have the selector tool. Once I have the selector tool, I'm just simply redrawing the shapes and all. Selector tool, shape, select the shape, and I think that's what I'm doing. Let me make sure that that is what I'm doing. Is dragging and selector tool, then do this, then do this, and then do this. So first of all, getting the shapes, line, ellipse, sending it to the socket, changing it to select, and while changing it the crosshair, select. If up happened, it should automatically be that. Don't need to use this. So ultimately this is how it's been going on. Let's see whether it works or not. I have made quite big changes. Now your shapes always store a world of values that match what you showing. There's a lot. Reload the page. Start drawing something. Wow. So what is happening this time? Like earlier shapes were being smaller when zooming out, and whenever I used to draw something here, because this is the canvas too, so whenever I used to draw something here, it did not used to work, uh, mainly because I was getting just the current positions of the screen, and those current position used to be here somewhere like in the middle and all. I have to go through it all, but the simple thing is that I wasn't using world position in the sense when I zoom in, so the world position should change. So if I start drawing here, so I should be getting the world. What the hell? Now what did this mean? Line works great, circle, rectangle works great. Okay, the problem is that, as for what I guess, is when I start drawing, I am drawing here, but this another things appears, mainly because the coordinates for this, like for pencil, they are not changing, and it looks crazy. Delete this and delete just everything for now. I'll fix it, never mind. Let's see where exactly I'm not doing as expected. I should have a delete all option so that everything gets deleted. I do not have that. आप शाम वाली चैट्स हमेशा डिसेबल रखते हैं? सॉरी, एक्चुअली जब मेरी क्लासेज लगती हैं तब मैं उसे डिसेबल कर देता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे क्लास लेना पड़ता है, वहाँ फोकस करना पड़ता है. जब प्रोजेक्ट्स पे वर्क करता हूँ तो उस समय चैट्स ऑन रहती हैं. दिव्या, बाय द वे गुड मॉर्निंग. आई विल ट्राई टू कीप इट ऑन. आई विल यूज द व्हाट, I'll try to keep it on, don't worry. Okay. Too much. Never mind. So, the problem is that whenever I'm drawing a pencil, at that time, what I'm doing, this thing is crazy. Whenever I start drawing the pencil, then last draw shape pencil, okay, then this, then render the shape, just that's it, render the shape, and the shape is getting rendered somewhere else. Okay, so what is the solution to this? And x and y, I'm already getting that. Okay, good morning. Crazy stuff. The thing is that whenever I try to draw something, so I get this. The question is, why do I get this? This is the canvas. That is right. And then it comes back here. So wherever I'm drawing, that is there. It's just that I'm getting it here. The preview is there. Crazy stuff. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's go through it and all, and then see the stuff. Okay, while zoom in and zoom out keeps cursor anchored, zoom in and zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom percentage, const this world x, world y. multiplied by 100. Why does this happen? X y. Well, let's check this thing. Whether I've made some mistakes over there or not. Over here should be fine, by the way. I'm just sure about this, but who knows. Let's see this thing now. Reload the page. Wow, so the problem was there. But I had made mistake. Now let's check out the mistake. Just making the mistake is not enough. We should know about the mistake too. This was the code that I had in the beginning, and this is the code that is suggesting, I mean giving me the response. First of all, I'm getting the boundings. I'm getting x and I'm getting y. Mouse x, mouse y. That's okay. Then I'm getting this. Mouse x is equal to this dot viewport divided by scale. I mean mouse x divided by origin x, and mouse y divided by origin by, subtracted by origin by, and divided by scale. That's what I'm doing over here. If I go to world, and over here if I look at it, so I got x subtracted by origin x divided by scale. I got y subtracted by origin y divided by scale. So this should work fine. Once I got x and y, that means I got world x and world y. After that, viewport scale is equal to zoom percentage divided by 100, and origin x is equal to mouse x minus world x scale, and then this render the shape. I'm rendering the shape. If I just use this much instead of using that directly, like this particular section, I hope the error is going to be gone. Don't know, but let's see. Just going to give it a try. Reload the page, draws the pencil and all. So it is working fine. The only problem is that when I use this instead of that, then what happens? If I use this instead of that, but this should not be the problem. It's working fine. What the hell? It's work. I didn't really change anything. Everything is exactly the same. It's just like I'm using exact the same things, and right now it's calculating bills. Maybe, yeah, maybe there has been some problem with the database. There was some bad data saved. That is why I was facing that issue. Let's see. Reload the page. Let's open PG-admin too, so that we can actually clear the data. I have to create something called clear the canvas just with one click. I haven't done that yet. Mainly I want an infinite page. Insanely I want the infinite page at anyhow, so that I can write as much as I want. But right now it's not possible, so I still have to work on that functionality. Most of the things are almost done, so that's pretty good stuff. We are mainly today's goal is to just make the code better. Whatever the extra things you have, the errors, the bugs you may have, at least get rid of them. Then I want to start working on the infinite page functionality. Okay, something like this. Let's run this script. Everything's gone right now. Reload the page, and let's try the things out right now. As for the color, I can make the color whenever I'm rendering the shapes. So not here. Oh yeah, it's too much. Yaar, how long have I been sitting? 2.5 an hour. Never mind. Chalta hai itna. Get size is not being used right now, that is for sure. So I can do one thing. What is get size doing? Height minus width. Sorry, starting minus ending. Ending minus starting. Let's delete this helper. Not needed now anymore. I hope because of this thing I will not get any errors anymore. Now whenever I'm rendering the stuff over here, I'm giving it the color gray. Let's make it black for now, and later I'll just think of some good colors. For now, let's keep it black. Reload the page. It looks like this. Draw something. Draw something. Draw something. Ultimately, I'm able to draw this thing as well. Write something. Hi there. Oh, draw the rectangle. What was that? Reload the page. No, something happened. Something definitely happened right now. Some kind of bug related stuff. I draw the line. I draw the circle. Reload the page. It appears. Okay, it is mainly about when I draw, I need to give it the color. Color is the issue. Now it's fine. So it does not have any color by default or what? Whenever I move, whenever I draw something, that means move happens. At that time I'm setting the color right. Whenever mouse move happens, at that time, not doing that, rather here, I'm setting this. What is the problem with this? Control X. When I draw something else, it is fine, it is fine, it is fine, this is fine too, this is fine too, text is also fine, but this happened, and then if I actually draw a shape, it is fine, but if I draw anything, maybe even line, that disappears. In the second time if I draw the line, that does not appear. Or maybe that is there, just the color gets changed. Okay, if the color actually changed, whenever I'm moving the mouse, this dot does restore. Here I'm doing this, here I'm saving. So I had better write it over here. I wanna save the previous properties, then I wanna restore it. Let's see. Again, I'll have to empty the database. Done. Reload the page. Oh, what the hell? So many bugs. Reload the page, select this, click somewhere, nothing happens. Draw this thing is done. Draw this, that doesn't go away. Delete it, delete it. Draw the pencil. that simply goes away. If I write another thing, that goes away too. So ultimately it's happening with the pencil. If I reload, I get everything back. Why does that goes away? Like go away? So whenever I'm drawing a pencil, this dot restore problem is causing me the issue. Let's do one thing. Ctext restore, and then this as well. How about this? Reload the page. Okay. So ultimately this is not even the problem. Let's go to render page because the then page is getting rendered. Over here, whenever I'm just showing them shape.type, what am I doing over here? Pencil, draw stroke, and break, draw stroke. Ctx.stroke style, not giving it any stroke style by default, so it uses them. Load the page, draw something. What could be the reason behind this? Oh, come on, yeah. It's time to take a break. What time is it? 9:45 around. I'll be back soon, like within half an hour or something, even just before that. Just gonna take some break. And as for this bug, I will be what to do regarding this work. Why am I even getting it? I have no idea. I don't need this thing here, that is for sure. When I'm drawing the shape, I don't even need this, so I can even remove this. This much is here. And whenever mouse move happens, and when I'm actually drawing this, so last shape, I'm rendering the shape at the end. When I'm rendering the shape, I'm saving the previous one, so let's remove this. So many things. And let's remove this. Check whether I still get that or not. I still get that, so it does not really get any color, or it just disappears. So that is what I have to just get the idea of. After coming back, I will be figuring this problem out. I'll try to just find out the bug and fix it as soon as possible. Until then, yeah, I'm just gonna take a break for 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'll be back soon. Take care and keep up the good work.